And what is it about what was it about being an artist all these years that was so, what was the best part of being able to do your own work and being an artist for so long?
What can you say is the best part of being an artist all these years and doing your work?
Well, the, the experience is felt almost daily. Coming to work, opening my shop, and meeting the public, and talking to the people that come in who evidently has some respect for you and your work. And as an artist, businessman, I try to retaliate, to give my customers and my friends the same things in return. That is, after all, I've been up here 51 years almost, and I did not sell something that somebody else made. I went out and get a piece of metal, I get out and get a piece of wood, I get out a piece, I put it together with my hands. And to have the people come up and lay out good money for my work is the greatest thing that I can think of. And I know that 51 years, I have a feeling that I was here those many years because I must have done something right along the way. That's for me, my existence here. Because I don't think there's any other business on the street that's been, I know, it's been here all those years.
And what is it, I guess last question, I don't want to too long, but what is it that he puts of himself into the work that he wants to give to these people that come in?
Can you, Dad, in any way, can you define what you put into this work as an objective? Is there any way you can define what you put in work with your own hands that you want to give to people?
Well, first of all, whatever I did, first of all, has to please me. First person that has to be pleased is me, the artist. And then the greatest thing, the greatest feeling, the greatest satisfaction is to know a buyer or my customer shares that feeling. To know that I made something that I like and that somebody came and bought what I made that I liked. So that's a communion that I have with my public. And I'll tell you, in all the years that I've been up here, I never tried to let a customers go unhappy. They'll come in, they said, you know, this ring here, there's something that I don't like. I said, that's all right. It's okay, put it down. I'll make you another one. And in so doing, that person went away without having to say a bad word about me. And that's my secret of my success. Keep your customers happy and he goes out with a positive feeling, he's going to reflect that wherever he goes. But if you do the opposite, it could be very bad. It could put you out of business here.
In starting the North Beach Festival and being a part of the artist community and being supportive of that, what was it that touched him about that, about being a part of that really...
Okay. In starting the Upper Grand Avenue Street Fair with the group community of artists you started it with, what was the most touching or most important thing about that to you?
Well, it was such a spontaneous and easygoing thing that we didn't make much of it. But the first year was one block only, and I have photographs of it. But it was a natural thing for us to do. We didn't even ask police permission. We just did it. It was spontaneous. That was a huge success. But I'll tell you, I've been given a lot of credit for to start the street fair. But I don't believe that that's the greatest thing about that. The most important thing about me being part of the street fair is in subsequent years, there were efforts to stop it. There were at least about 3 efforts, drives to stop the street fair. If you remember, well, I don't think you were around, but anyhow, there were no other street fairs at that time. And this was the only street fair. And I struggled with the people, with the group in City Hall and all over. The police department was against it, the fire department was against it, the health department was against us. And even Feinstein, who was president of the Board of Supervisors, she even put in a voice against us. So they voted down the street fair. And the press came up and said to me, Macchiarini, what are you going to do now? We had all accepted the money from all. I said, we're going to obey the law. But I got around that phase. Instead of having a street fair, we had all our artists put their work in the shop ways. We saved the street fair. Finally, we saved it for good. We struggled and struggled. Now, let me tell you this. I'm proud to say that we won, because ever afterwards, it made it possible for all other areas in San Francisco to have their own street fair. And when you see a street fair, you can thank the community up on Grand Avenue for having saved the privilege of having a street fair. And it was ridiculous to oppose it, but to oppose it they did. And that we had to fight it. And I fought it, and I'm proud of the fact that I had a big part in saving it.